this and that. Everybody is busy now. The way out of you have to learn how to maneuver a way through, so that even though there's competing demands of time, you still have a session of young people that you'll be able to work with. Then you have the work itself being perceived as more difficult. These people, when you talk to them, don't mind the work like we should engage. Increases in consumerism and individualism. What does that mean? We are becoming more individualistic now than before. We are beginning to think more about ourselves now than we used to think about ourselves in the past. And if we are going to think more about ourselves than we think about the young people that we serve, it means that we will not. We had officers who would come and who would be checking up on you, who will go and talk to your parents to release you for camp, to release you for this, to release you for that. But we do not have, we that is not the case again for many reasons. So because of this, it poses a lot of challenges to youth work. And if we are going to be more individualistic, then it means that youth work is going to be affected. So one of the things that every youth leader, every youth group is on is to encourage our people to be more selfless. Is to encourage our people to be more selfless in their thinking, selfless in their way, and encourage them that it pays off to volunteer, it pays off to give you, it pays off to think about other people and to care for other people and to help other people. It takes a lot for this lady to tell this lady, Stephanie, to tell Joanna that Joanna, go and do this thing, go and do that. It takes, because of the subtle age and authority relations, which may diminish people's self-confidence and competence for youth work. It does not make it as easy as it should have been. The challenge of attracting and sustaining the interest and involvement of young people. You can go. Two of us. The challenge of attracting and sustaining the interest and involvement of young people, especially older young people. Two of us. But it may not be a challenge in your organization. It's not. Please raise your hands and teach us, because I want to learn and sustain and keep people for a very long time to engage in youth work. Why is there that challenge? Given that they too have demands on their time and are more likely to be engaged both in formal education and some form of employment. True or false? There is greater range of alternative and readily accessible leisure time provision on offer than before. True or false? What do I mean? In the past, you realize that there was not a lot of things that would engage us. So if you are part of the YMCA, YWCA, Scouts, Boys Brigade, that is all you are giving your time and attention to. But now that is not the case. So many things are taking our time, so many things are taking our leisure, and it's almost a challenge getting people to focus on what they must focus on. The changes in age. There are benefits of youth work, not only challenges. There are benefits. There are benefits. In fact, there are benefits of youth work for young people, both fulfilling and fun. You just said that when you do what you do, more opportunities and more options for the future. For communities, youth work is about adults and young people working together, building community spirit, and playing an active role in development of their communities. And finally, for the society, youth work tackles real social issues. I'm telling you. Let me just say this. Sometimes people that we don't respect, sometimes they are the people who join some of these youth groups. They join the band groups and the rest. So the time they would have used, if you are into yourself, if you are you frown, you don't like it, who I was with Uncle Peter on Saturday. He was, oh, come around, oh, come, and I said, oh, this is a youth worker. Every youth worker is always trying to get people around himself. And if you have people who don't like, you want to have your own space all the time. You don't want anybody to enter your space. Then you may be in this work, but this work is not for you. Or maybe you are in this work because you had grant. You had grant. When the runs out, you will not continue to be in the work because you cannot always have your space if you are going to become a great youth worker. Capable of working both on own initiatives and as part of a team. Leadership skills very important. Report writing skills very important. You will always be at in our organization every day we are writing reports. We are always writing reports. So you have to learn report writing skills. In-depth understanding of relevance policies. And that is an area that Uncle Peter has a lot of knowledge on. You must understand the policies in what we are doing today is moving from policy to practice, from passion to practice, to real practice. It's not enough that you are passionate in that field. Now you must know the policies that surrounds that field, and it's something that we must be intentional about. Secrets about doing it. This one I developed it myself. This one I developed myself. Secrets. After doing it well for 12 years, I came up with secrets. It's an open secret that I'll share. How many should I share the secrets before we leave? I'll share the secrets. So I'm going to share. One, it is only when your mind works in a particular way that you can become an effective youth worker. You see, your mind must decide how to work in a certain way. If your mind is, if you are one who is thinking of yourself all the time, you are thinking about having your own space, if your mind is not a mind that is geared towards helping other people, you cannot become an effective youth worker. For instance, if your mind is not, if you don't have the mind to learn, you cannot be effective youth worker. At one point in my life, I was reading like 7 to 10 books every 3 months. Every 3 months, I have a huge library, but I have over 200 books, and it's not a joke. It is not a lie. My people who work with me, they know they've seen my life, and you see I've underlined in it and I've written in it. Your mind must work in a certain way, and you must do a lot of work on your mind if you are going to become an effective youth worker. Youth work must become your priority because much of what becomes of our lives, communities and nations is dependent on the things we do. Much of the things that depends on what we do. I'm telling you. It has been said that the devil finds hands for work for an idle hands, true of us. So if we do not engage in youth work so well, we realize that a lot of things would affect us. The things we give up, sacrifice will come back to us. The things we give up will do what? Can you believe something? I was shocked. Yesterday, my wife told me something that surprised me. We have one organization who is surprising me, who is sponsoring us. People, do you know how we got rock chemists? We sent the proposals around for people to sponsor this conference. When we send proposals around, somebody who attended the conference, in fact, we sent to somebody's mother who attended our conference that we don't even know about. The person saw the letter and said, my son attended this leadership program. They're having a conference. Let me sponsor them. I was shocked. I don't know the person. I don't know anything. So most of the things we give up and we sacrifice, it comes back to us. It may not come back to us in ways that we know and we expect, but it comes back to us. Today, chairman was around, or Uncle Ken, our board chair. He wanted to say hi and speak with you guys before he leaves, but when he came, we were not here. And he told me something that most of the things we do at the planting stage, nobody sees it. And we cannot go past the planting and sowing stage of our lives. And that whatever that happens, we must take time for things to grow. So whatever we give up, if we do it very well, it will come back to us. And it's an open secret. I'm telling you, it's an open secret. I'm telling you, do this youth work well. Going all the way and holding back is the key to success as a youth worker. If you are going to be successful and joining us today, 3 days, we say something and let's say, he has joined us every year at our conference, and he's a professor in a university
program since I've come across it. Even sincerely, for business to continue. I made friend which I think I told you, I said, we want, maybe in the future, very soon, that all the African countries gather in Africa.
and that is it. When I go to Benin, he drives me everywhere. I always go for excursion. I don't think when I go to Benin, I'm sorted out. So going all is a key to success. And now we are going to a lot of places in Benin because of him. And these are my personal secrets. This is not in any youth workbook. Me, after doing youth work for some time, I did analysis as to how this thing will work for you. How this will work for you. And this we must always believe that what we are doing will work. Two of us. But sometimes when you are doing, I ask yourself, will this thing really work? This thing crash, should I continue or I should stop? You will always need faith. You will always do what? That this thing will work. The way Messi is saying that he's looking for it today where 54 patients or 55 patients will come. You need faith for that to happen. Another secret I discovered: always think like a steward. If he a steward, who's a steward?
A steward is someone who takes care of something that belongs to someone.
A steward is someone who takes care of something. The last person who is a steward. Care of something. The last person who is a steward. Okay, we've described youth as the walls of a nation. I call women the gates of nations, and I call old fat men as the fat, as the youth are the walls, women are the gates of nation of every nation. So when your youth, when there is something wrong with your youth, it means that your protection, your defenses are removed. So we must see that we've been given something